But that was the job. They were calling me to let me know there was an accident, and that's why traffic is kind of slow right now. But I say this a lot, and I'm gonna keep saying it because a lot of times people don't know. But I started my 2 cent because I wanted to have like when I first started my YouTube channel and became a active user of social media when it first came out. I had a MySpace page to put in perspective how long I've been on the internet doing this kind of stuff. I was just trying to find like-minded people like myself that I could talk to about philosophy and science and metaphysics and parallel universes and nerd out about nerd stuff, and that was basically why I started doing this. And then as the landscape changed, I wanted to write comics and produce stories and build a platform where I could sell my art and, you know, hopefully stop having to go to work for other people doing things that I don't really love to make money to provide for myself. And as I watched the world change and evolve, I noticed that society is broken in a fundamental way, and decided that I should probably address that very specific thing. So that's pretty much how I got to where I am right now. What's going on in my present? I've been documenting a lot of my chaos as I'm going through the motions, and I'm in the process of building a My 2 Cent life system. And building the My 2 Cent life system, there's a thing where when you're young and you don't have the answers to problems, you kind of do the best you can to figure out what you're gonna do. Look at this. There's people driving on a shoulder to cut all of us off, like they don't understand how this works. Like, you know how this works. Like, but anyway, there's a bridge up there, so it's like it doesn't really matter. Like, but anyway, so I started making the My 2 Cent life system. My 2 Cent life system is about, instead of using principles of belief, you can use principles of science to address the issues of your life. And the more I try to structure my 2 Cent life system, it's hard for me to put in a generalized format that will allow people to really apply it. Like, I kind of have an idea of what it is in my own head, but just because I understand what it is in my own head doesn't mean that it translates very well. So the more I move to translate it so that other people can understand it, it's not in a really strong form. So I've been using my own system the way that I've designed it and intend for it to be used from my own experience to start governing my life for the last couple of months. And I've been having issues with managing my money. Now, what the world always says is that any problem that you have in your life is you're the problem. It's your fault because you suck at life and you're not good enough and you're incompetent, and 100% of everything that happens to you is you, and you have to be 100% responsible for all of the trials and tribulations and everything that happens to you. It's always a 100% you problem. It's always operational error. And the My 2 Cent life system doesn't really believe that. People say, oh, words have power. Okay. When have I ever said today I want to go outside and get in a car accident? When have I ever said, oh, today is the day that I want to get robbed? When have I ever said, oh, today is the day that I want to get fired from work? We don't speak things that we don't want. We very rarely ever verbally say negative outcomes for our lives, for ourselves. So in that, if words have power and you're constantly saying all of the positive stuff you want in your world and in your life, why doesn't that happen? Why doesn't that work, right? Sometimes the adversity in your life is a you issue. It is a you issue. It is a inability for you to show up and be able to do things successfully and not quite be where you need to be. But it's not always the case. It's not 100. Like these people like driving on the shoulder, like how do you not understand the way traffic works? If you pass us to go up front, we don't move, right? But they'll continue to do it. They'll just keep doing it. Like they'll just keep and it, like but anyway, I'm getting distracted by stupid people. What's going on in my life right now that I'm recording? What I wanted to do was I wanted to talk about finances and teach finances for people that don't really, that are coming into it. Not, I don't want to say people that don't know how to do their finances, because I don't really believe that you can tell somebody, no one can manage your money better than you, because the things that you desire and the things that you have going on in your life and what you deem as important and what you deem as not important is a personal thing. So if you want to invest your money into stocks because you find that to be something valuable, you should do that. But if you want to buy paper to draw on because you find that valuable, you should do that. No one can really tell someone else how to manage their money. But there is a fundamental limitation to the quality of our lives based on the simple fact that society is designed to make us fail. And society is designed to make us fail. You are not always the failure. You are operating in a condition that has been designed in such a way to be successful at your expense. And it is unfair, and it should be illegal, but it's not. And it's in that I create the Michelson Life System. So my bank, I have an Armed Forces bank account, I have a Navy Federal Credit Union account, and I just opened a KeyBank account. I make my net income after taxes while I'm in school is $3,600 a month. My current Armed Forces bank account this morning is negative. Hi, welcome to the stream. Is negative $622. Right now, this is the part where everyone's like, it's because you suck and you're not competent and you're dumb and you don't know how to manage money, blah, 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 blah. When I didn't have any money in my account, I went to go buy food. My card declined. I went to Winco to pay $250 for cash for food because Winco doesn't take credit. They didn't honor the cash. They didn't allow it to go through. So what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to eat food if the bank won't allow me to pull money off of my account? Hey, welcome to the stream. If the bank won't allow me to pull money off my account so that I can buy food for myself, so that I can eat food and have nourishment in my body to live a life on this effed up world, what am I supposed to do? They declined that, right? But now, all of a sudden, the account, because the bills that are supposed to come out, now the account is negative $622. The account, I stopped using that account around the 20th of March, and it is April. My rent is due on the 5th, and that account is negative $600. I was supposed to get $1,000 on the 1st from the school, but because I had to change my banking account information, I'm not able to get that money in a timely manner now. So that money is wherever, it's in limbo. It's wherever it is, and it's frustrating. I get paid on the 5th, which would be tomorrow, and I should get the money for work, which should be between $1,200 and $1,400. But my rent is $1,330. So without the extra $1,000, I don't have any money, and I can't pay the rent on the 3rd because I moved that money into my KeyBank account, and my KeyBank account doesn't have a credit card. And none of this needed to happen if the bank would have just did the job that I needed them to do, which was pay my bills in the order that they were assigned to you based on the dates that I gave you. That's all the bank had to do. And I'm putting this video out because everybody wants to make it seem like anything that goes wrong in your life is always 100% because you are a failure. And there is a way to navigate life to where you can understand where you came up short in relation to where something else came up short. And every decision that I've had to make when it comes to my finances right now is a direct result of the bank being in opposition to me. And I use the Michelson Life System to reflect on what is the actual conflict that I'm having, what is exactly that I'm struggling with that is interfering with my ability to do the thing that I need to do when it comes to my finances, because I should be able to get it. I shouldn't be stuck in this low income poverty condition mindset of managing my money because I don't have a low income. I don't have financial issues. So I know I don't have financial issues, and I know I can manage money. So why isn't the money working? Why don't I have Why isn't my car insurance paid? If I made direct deposit, if I overpaid them more money than I was supposed to have insurance, why don't I have car insurance? Why aren't my bills being paid? Why, like, what is this? What is the central conflict that is preventing me to be a functional adult and manage my finances? And the answer is just the bank. The bank just simply is in a position of authority to do whatever they want to do, and they don't have to accommodate me, and they don't want to, and they're not going to. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they do or what they say. The only person that's going to get hurt is me. And they know that the money that they're getting is going to come to them either way. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to worry about it. They don't have to care. My account was negative $288 on the 22nd of March. It is the 2nd of April, right? It's the 2nd of April. I went to my account. They took $100 out for Best Buy because I have Best Buy on direct deposit. I also have ChatGPT, the Pro version, for $200. That is also not getting paid. So you billed me $100 for Best Buy for overdraft protection. You refunded the $100 for overdraft protection, and now the account went from negative $288 to negative $622 because you want to hurt me for not having money by charging me money based on you're not wanting to manage the finances the way you're obligated to manage them as a financial institution. I never voted for this shit. I never wanted banks to run all of this stuff. I should be able to just do it myself. There's not even any options anymore to be able to. I can't even go to Best Buy and give them cash to pay on my Best Buy credit card. I can't do any of that stuff. I can't use my debit card I can't go to the leasing office and swipe my debit card to pay my rent. I have to give them a money order, and Armed Forces Bank won't give me a money order. They refuse to give me a money order. So I bought checks, which I can't afford to buy checks because I need to pay bills, but I bought checks so that I could write checks to pay my rent. But I can't write checks to pay my rent if every fucking month my account is in a negative because you don't want to recognize that the bills are set for a certain date and a certain time, and the money needs to come out of the account according to the dates and the times that I provided to you. When I give these people very specific dates that I want them to pull the money out of my account on, and you don't honor that, I still owe them this money. I still owe these bills this money. My electric bill hadn't been paid since November of last year. I paid it in March. My electric bill was over 3.5 months past due, and I paid it in March so that it would be paid, so I wouldn't have to wake up to no electricity. But that extra $300, I didn't have it it wasn't in the budget because the bank is giving me overdraft fees. For what? Because I'm just trying to pay my rent? Like, and this is just the way that it works. The way that if people can, the easiest way for someone to take advantage of you and to scheme and manipulate you is for them to cause you stress, and in stress you will make poor decisions, and in your stress and in your making of poor decisions, people are able to take advantage of you, and in that you won't recognize the inequality and the BS that is being that you're being subjected to, because you'll be too busy. What am I guessing? You'll just be too busy struggling. Don't say chicken butt. I beat you to it. That was always my go-to when I was younger. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole gist of this live stream. I'm super annoyed, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm at a place where I just want what I want at my age is I don't want the next generation to have to make the same mistakes that every generation before this generation made. since y'all have global connectivity, it just doesn't make any sense for y'all to do the same things that we did. Like you can watch a Klan rally in America, then walking down the street screaming white power, but you also can open up your phone and be like, yeah, there's a Klan rally. How do you feel about this in China? And then you can literally have artificial intelligence translate the Chinese into English, and you can have a conversation with someone that doesn't even speak your language. Like the level of control and power that exists when it comes to the capacity for us to be able to have interactions and conversations with each other. No one can force people to have functional discourse, but the ease at which we can have discourse with each other has never been easier in all in human society. And I just feel like that's a thing that should be the focus more than anything else. So, I'm not sad. I'm exhausted. I think I've reached the point where I'm saying the thing my mother says, I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm just standing still for no reason. And it just doesn't make any sense. I still need $2,100 for this car, and my bank account is negative. The negative $600 that I have to give to the bank is the money that I'm supposed to put into my car. And then once I give them the money, I still pay all the other bills. They still get paid. Like the people that they're taking the money out of my account for, those bills are not paid. So the money that I'm supposed to give to them is the money that the bank is going to give, is the money that I have to now give to the bank. And then on top of that, I have to also give it to the bill collectors. And this is how life works. Like this is the part, if you're between the ages of 18 and 21, this is the part where we don't teach, for some reason adults don't teach this to kids. This is the part that we don't teach. We just yell and scream at them about how it's your fault because you're making excuses. Like, no, you made excuses. You wanted to go to the strip club. I don't understand why this is happening to me. I haven't been to the strip club. So why are you tripping on me because I have this condition that I don't understand going on in my life? That's the reason why I'm making this video. Because doing everything right still isn't enough. Like, doing everything right is still not enough. And there's really not a lot. I don't know. I think that's all I got. And just sit in this crazy traffic jam. I think that's it. As always, my name is Paul Emerson, and I've given you my 2 cents.